Hey, sorry guys, I know that I said that I would update you on me catching a train this morning, but I'm not. I'm taking the day off from filming. It rained all night, which I slept pretty good through, but I'm waking up to a nightmare disaster this morning. I might have slept in a flood zone or something. But anyway, look how muddy my tent is. And then there's all this water and stuff down here. And everything's just wet and soaked and muddy. There will be no film today. I gotta pack up this muddy tent. I got like 5 hours to do it, but then I got a 3-mile hike down to a train depot that's gonna pick me up and drop me off in Durango safely, so I'll get back to civilization and start editing these videos. I really hope you enjoy my Colorado adventures, because I had a ton of fun pretending to be a backpacker, but now I'm going to go back to my real life as just a homeless dude on the streets.
Well, hello. It is raining hard on the western side of the state, all the way from Moffat County down into San Juan County. We see some really heavy rainfall.
Here's a look at the mountains and the lake this morning. It's completely socked in. It's raining pretty hard. It's been raining for about 9 hours. I'm still in no rush, but I would like to get out of here. But I've been hiding under this pine tree. I'm just sitting here waiting for everything. But look what I'm talking about, all the mud splashing up on my tent too. Look at all that, man. All mud, all the time. I guess it's from the raindrops hitting the ground and then it splashes mud up. That's not nice.
Some updated rain totals finally just released. Vallecito with 2.6 inches of rain. Coal Bank Pass in San Juan County with 2.5 inches of rain. Elk Park with 2.4 inches of rain.
Hey y'all, we've made it here to the Elk Park flag stop where I'll be able to catch the train back to Durango.
And it's coming in from the desert southwest down from Priscilla. And we're looking at, again, a lot of rain moving through.
But anyway, I just want to update you on the bear spray. Because it's raining, walking through all the grass and trees and bushes and stuff on the trail, I'm just completely soaked. And now that capsaicin is wet again, like it was drying my pants, but now it's all soaking wet, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. It's like shooting myself all over with bear spray all over again, dude. My teeth are like grinding. I'm in so much pain.
That's why we have a flood watch in place. So much rain in a short period of time.
Of course, I'm over here underneath this pine tree. I got my bag over there, but yeah. And then with the bear spray, I don't know what to do with it because I can't take a bear spray on a train. This train is a tourist train full of tourists. When it gets here, it's going to be completely full of really rich, fancy people, and me, dirty, haven't showered for a week, and covered in bear spray. So, you know, I can't take that bear spray onto that train. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk over here into the woods somewhere and I'm going to empty it. And then I got a trash bag with me. I'll wrap it up in the trash bag and then just pack it out that way. I don't know what else. If I don't do that, I would have to announce to the train as soon as he stopped, be like, hey, I got this bear spray with no safety. He's going to be like, you can't get on the train with that. So I don't know. What would you guys do with the bear spray?
Begin tonight with a disaster declaration in parts of southwest Colorado.
Yeah, we're ready to go. My leg is on fire. And I want the internet. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. Where's the train, bro? Where is the train? Choo choo.
This is massive flooding you see here, forcing immediate evacuations.
Oh, here he comes. Let's run over here and see if we can get him to stop. Oh, please pick me up. It's raining. This is the coolest thing ever. Look at this guy. Nope, they're not stopping for me. He said, sorry, had no room.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Denver 7 News at 5. I'm Jacqueline Allen, and our top story, rain from one side of the state to the other, and the most serious impact is at the Colorado-New Mexico state line. Take a look at this video. You could see this, what looks like a hot tub floating down the creek in this rising creek water, trees, debris. Because of this flooding in parts of La Plata County, emergency responders issued an immediate evacuation order.
The lady at the ticket office definitely said when I paid $137 for a train ticket that, hey, no matter when, you can make it out there to that stop and we will make room for you even if you've got to stand. That was her exact words. I'm half in tears. I paid $140 for a ticket. The lady told me that I could make it here. She said you get picked up anytime. I'm covered in bear spray. It's crazy. So after the first train blew by me, a maintenance guy came up in like a little cart thingy and I waved him down and I'm like, told him my thing and I'm like, hey man, they told me they would pick me up at any time, no matter what. If I bought the ticket, you know, they'd get me out of here. And he was like, well, did you do the secret code or whatever? I was like, what? And I was like, he's like, yeah, you gotta do this thing with your hands at your knees, like something. And I was like, no, nobody told me there was a secret code that I needed. I was like, I was standing at the stop with the ticket in my hand waving. Isn't that enough? You know? And he was like, whatever. So he rolled on. So another train came and I literally I went back. I'm standing over here getting dry and the burning goes down. Well, then a train comes, so I got to go stand out in the rain. And I'm doing my little dance now this time. And he blows by me too. So I have no idea how this train stop thing works. I don't recommend it. Mullis Pass, I could have walked out of the wilderness. There was a split, like, I don't know, about a half mile back in the woods. You could have walked out to Mullis Pass or come to the train stop. And of course I had my ticket, so I'm like, I want to get to the train stop. But I could have made it out to Route 550 here on the western slope already and hitched back to Durango. But I paid for the ticket too. Why would I have to do that? It doesn't make no sense why that lady would have told me that I can get on it any train. She said any day, any train. I at least came on the same day. I'm here the same day. I thought I did good. I don't know. It's very frustrating. I need to calm down, but it's hard to calm down when you just don't have any control over. How can people not have sympathy either? It's pouring rain. I'm standing here with the ticket in my hand. Boom, they just blow right by. That's not a flag stop then. Man, this is really miserable right now. This is really like patience testing kind of weather. It's raining that hard all day. Whew. And it is cold. Cold and wet. All right, y'all, my life has become to just standing here underneath this tarp. It's in the 40s and it's even wet underneath the pine tree. I allowed myself to get more wet than I should have. And I'm really cold, so I'm kind of doing these like just body weight squats to try to get some blood pumping. It's still raining really, really hard. I put my bag underneath this little table thing here. Hunkered down under a tarp. Oh my goodness, I am so cold. So cold. I should not have gotten this wet. I should have pulled the tarp out hours ago. Instead of thinking I was getting on the tree. Oh, I'm wet.
There for nearly 350 homes. No injuries reported, but the waters are still rising and crews are asking volunteers to fill sandbags. They're warning people to stay away from unstable creek banks, and they're telling drivers go slowly if you see debris or mud on the roads.
Abruptly, that is where I stopped filming for the day. I was hiding underneath my tarp and the rain was coming down. At the time, I had no idea that this is the flood of the century happening around me. I didn't have access to a weather forecast for a week at this point. The train conductor absolutely knew that it was a historic storm because I'm sure part of his daily routine is to check weather forecast, so he knew that the tropical storm was blowing in over top of me. I didn't get picked up by the first train or the second train, but of course I did get picked up eventually. It was the 5th train that eventually stopped to pick me up. And in fact, it was the same guy that yelled, "Not enough room," as he was coming back down the other way. That was the train that finally stopped and picked me up. And as you can see, we're safe, and now we're in the desert. T-shirt weather, life is still good. That was an epic experience in the mountains, and I timed it perfectly. As a late season trip, we got to see a little bit of snow, we got to see the change in leaves, and there was a historic storm at the end. I was not even going to release that footage. I had no idea at the time that this was a once in a century storm happening around me. You know, I didn't have access to the weather forecast for a week at this point. But what an epic story. And I'm glad I made it out on that day, because if I wouldn't have made it out on that day, they ended up closing the train line like the very next day. So yeah, we made it out. We're safe and we're chilling in the desert. So obviously it feels great to be out of the mountains and in the desert, but this is definitely not my comfort zone. I saw a tarantula for the first time the other day, and I squealed like a pig. I'm not even kidding. It scared me so much. I looked up and it was right there in front of me. So I took a picture of it, obviously. But yeah, there's like scorpions, and you know what? I don't even know what it is, man. About all the plants are prickly, and I don't know. There's ants everywhere. I don't know if that's like an all winter thing too. If I'm gonna have to deal with these red fire ants all winter. This is my first time ever wintering in the desert. And I wish I had a better channel update for you guys at this time, but really I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing here in the desert. In fact, I looked at a weather map, and in like Phoenix and places beyond that, Tucson and other places, it's still really, really hot. It's like 90 degrees during the day. And I live in a tent, so I can't live in a tent in 90 degrees. So we're in the desert, but we're not all the way in the desert yet. And we still got some traveling yet to do. But I've been getting emails from a company that wants to send me an e-bike, which maybe I could strap like a Blue Eddy power bank to the back of it and put some solar on it, and then cruise through the desert on an e-bike with solar power. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but they're trying to give me one for free. But I am homeless and I don't have an address, but I think I could probably afford a box at one of those like UPS stores or something like that. And then I can work with this marketing team, and they really want to send me an e-bike. They sent me like 2 or 3 emails now. Maybe that's what I do this winter. What would you guys do? I have no idea what I'm doing in the desert. I know it's too hot down in Phoenix, and I'm pale, man. I'll burn if I go up in 90-degree weather, sunshine all day. I gotta wait till at least like December to drop down into Phoenix and Tucson and beyond. But yeah, maybe we'll get an e-bike. Leave a comment down below. Is that a good idea or not? It would be fitting to end this video with a big old-fashioned thank you. This past month on YouTube has been my best month ever, and it's because you watch my videos all the way to the end. You subscribe, you interact, leave comments, hit the thumbs up. You guys are the absolute best fans on YouTube. And finally, a big, huge thank you and shout out to James, who sent me $250 through Venmo for a night in a hotel, he said. Well, thank you so much, James. And we're lucky because here in the desert of Arizona, we can get 5 nights. 5 nights in the hotel for $250. Thank you so much. And I have received many donations, big and small, besides the one that James gave me. Thank you to every other person as well who sent a Venmo, a PayPal, or a super thanks. I see each one. Thank you so much. And you guys will have to tune in again to see how I'm making out and surviving in the desert. Until the next video, smile your way through the day.